Hi, Matt Thomas here from News Radio 1080 KRLD. And this week on Eye on Technology, brought to you by the Dallas law firm Monk Wilson Mandela, we're speaking with Howard Porteus of Viridian. It's a development in Arlington that is unique in using technology to really get back to the basics.
All right, well, first of all, thank you so much for being here, taking some time. We wanted to find out a little bit more about Viridian. Talk to us about it.
Well, thank you. Viridian is a master plan community in North Arlington. It's one of those unique pieces of property where it's 2,000 acres in the middle of the Metroplex, literally halfway between Fort Worth and Dallas. And out of that 2,000 acres, only about 900 acres of it is being developed and turned into homes and businesses. The rest is either parks, lakes, or open space.
Well, and it's an interesting concept because we see, especially here in North Texas, you know, they run the roads, they run the sidewalks, they slap the houses up, and then they're gone. And you guys are not that way.
No, I mean this is a long-term commitment for this community, the development team. You know, if you look at the history of this property, it was an old gravel and sand pit, and it's had approximately 17 million yards of dirt, of sand and gravel taken off of this property. So it was essentially devastated from an ecological standpoint. So, you know, the methodology we used was reclamation by creating some large lakes, approximately 400 or 500 acres of lakes, taking those soils, putting them up, raising the levels above the FEMA designated elevations, and creating out of the floodplain building sites.
And I know that it's been very well received, and you guys have done a lot of hard work and are being recognized for that work now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we really worked hard for was with the Audubon International program, the Gold program. We're now, as of the 28th of October, are the only Audubon Gold International certified community in the state of Texas. And that's a process because it's, you have to do more than just talk about it. You have to actually put processes in place, and you actually have to show that they work. You know, normal conventional storm systems don't work. We do curbless roads where the roads drain off the hydrocarbons and things that run off a road. You don't even think about it. Your car exhaust leaves hydrocarbons. It runs off the curbless roads through the grasses, through the shrubs and bushes, and before it gets to the lake, all those things are removed. And so your water is left purified and clean. You know, we use different separators in what we do in stormwater so that it takes the trash and things out of the water. Those have to be cleaned regularly, but it doesn't get into the lake systems and the water systems. We also do something really unique because we have some urban amenities, as we like to call them. We are near a landfill, so that draws birds in just because it's the feeding source. So we have gulls that come in on our lakes where they normally wouldn't come. So we use falconry as a methodology. Now, they're not trained to be lethal. They've never hurt a bird, but they fly. And so we use trained falcons to keep the birds moving, to keep the water quality clear. Believe it or not, the Audubon group found that amazing. They just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I can imagine that when you have that big of a vision and that involved of a vision, that it took a lot of backup from, you know, software programs, computers, things like that, to where you really could see what the vision was of this project.
Oh yeah, the planning stage. I mean, it goes all the way. I mean, we've used you know, a number of different firms, and so, you know, Graham Engineering does all of our hydraulic studies. I mean, with this particular one, the modeling is amazing. I mean, you know, they literally go out and topographically study all of the areas. They put it into their program, and they figure out the hydraulic flows of all the water given different rain events. Because each, you know, a 10-year event, a 5-year event, whatever the number of rain days and the amount of water in a given period of time creates different events. Well, we have to survive a 100-year storm event without our people getting wet. I mean, that's just basic rules. And in order to do that, I mean, the model to study that is pages and pages and pages of data. And the firm has done an amazing job with that. You know, the graphics that we do now relative to the ability to site plan what things look like and move lots around and move streets just to get them just right so that you don't have lights shining in, you know, little things like you're driving down the street and you don't have lights shining in the front door of somebody's house. You try and center the door so that it's hitting right in between the lights. Just little things that you don't think about, but you have to visualize that. And then we use drone technology now. So as we're building things and developing them, we fly the drones and get pictures of from different angles, so we get the process from a bird's eye view. So it's quite amazing. I mean, the technology is just unbelievably from when I started 30 years ago.
It's all very amazing stuff. What have we left out here today that you'd like to point out?
Well, I think that this is, with the current water crisis that we have in Texas, I think this is everybody's responsibility to take a look at the different environmental things they can impact. We use no potable water for irrigation in our entire system. It's all driven through well and also through the lakes. So we aren't consuming potable water. That's a really big deal.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about this. It's fascinating.
All right, thank you very much.
More Eye on Technology segments at cbsdfw.com/Eye on Technology, and be sure to listen to Eye on Technology on News Radio 1080 KRLD every Tuesday at 1:10 and 5:50.